Peace, 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 peace. What it do? Oseo, Shalom, Hotel, Namaste, Alafia, Mahalo, Aloha, and all those other good greetings, man. How everybody doing? I hope everybody radiating, vibrating, operating at the fullest emanation and highest expression of who you came here to be, regardless of what you've been through, because there's so much going on right now. For those of you who've been rocking with me, y'all know it's a lot going on in my personal life. You hear me? And nothing stops because something happens. So we got to keep pushing through whatever's showing up in our personal lives, and stay on top of the wave, be the wave, because we got a choice. And I was just sitting here thinking about so much stuff, because as I say, we all got a lot going on, you know. What would your life look like if not for the experiences that shape who you became? What would your life look like? I'm gonna just share some things with us that I just been sitting here pondering prior to hitting the button to start the video, because it's so much, it's so much energy in the field. I ain't gonna put a description on it, but there's so much energy going on in the field, even in this time of the hour now, and I find it more convenient, to tap in and record in the later hours of the, night, slash wee hours in the morning, because the energetic traffic ain't as much as in the daytime. If you know, you know. But what your life look like if not for the experiences that shape who you became? Now, if that question make you judge your experiences in the form of positive, negative, or indifferent, then it may miss something. So I don't want you to judge. I don't want you to judge the experiences that come to mind based on the question. I just want you to observe what the questions show you concerning yourself. What would your life look like if not for the experiences that shape who you became? Because once again, as I said, I just wrote that question down as I was sitting here for about 5 or 10 minutes, in my own thoughts and in my own memories and going through my own different timelines, just based off what would your life look like if, and then I added, if not for the experiences, because what would your life look like? It's one question, you know, but it has no meaning without adding, if not for the experiences, because it's our experiences that give our life definition. It's our experiences that give our life meaning. You see, it's our experiences that make our life everything that it was, everything that it is, and everything that it will become. It's our experiences, and based off those experiences, it's what we do with them. To make it what it will become based off what it is right now. I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who I'm talking for. You see, But if it's speaking, but if it's speaking to the spirit of your soul, then you know it's for you. You hear me? You know, you know it's for you. If you feel it, you know it's for you. You know, man, initiations. We're going through initiations of all sorts. You know, and what we do with them is really gonna matter. How we handle them is really gonna matter. You know, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and so forth, and so forth on. Because to change the world, you gotta change the frequency of the beings inside that world. And each one of us represent the world within ourselves, and then we share our lives with other people that represent the world within ourselves. And in some aspects of our lives, you know, our worlds are, are eclipsed, and in other aspects of our lives, they don't, you know. And that's the beauty in it all. But to change the world, you got to change the frequency of the beings inside that world. And that start with each and every one of us. And I say that because, you know, I come into contact with so many people that I see myself in once upon a time. And we're having dialogues where things are being spoken in the context and content of what we would like or what would like to be seen, you know, what would like to be experienced, what would like to be felt, you know. And I don't been and I don't been through so many things in my life, you know, um, externalizing and externalizing and externalizing, you know, when um when I was in a place of resistance to feel, you see, when I was in the resistance to feel, um, the fullness of the things that was being felt, you know, because numb people still feel, you know, numb people still feel, you know, they just don't feel like the likes of me and you today. And I don't even know if you feel like I do, you know, but I feel the full range of my emotions, you know, from one extreme to the other extreme. And that's important in me. And that's important. It's not. It's important to me personally because it's a part of my healing process. Um, and things that I came here as a life stream to deal with. So feelings are an important part part of my part of my life today. You hear me? For for the benefit of us all. If you know, you know. But and it's a beautiful thing. You know, it's a beautiful thing because just like you, I'm learning like the rest of us. You know, just like you, I'm growing like the rest of us. Just like you, I'm healing like the rest of us. Just like you. And just like you, I'm evolving like the rest of us. You know, I'm pouring into myself just like you. Just like you love yourself, I'm loving myself. Just like you rare and one of a kind, I'm rare and one of a kind too. Thank you for being an example for me. Wherever you are, whoever you are. Because you represent every person that I ever knew, good, bad, or indifferent. that that represented an example. Whether they knew it or not. You see? Just like you, I'm foreign too. You know? If you're wise and not here to conform, I'm just like that too. That's probably why that's probably why we get that's probably why we get along from the other side of the camera. That's probably, in other words, that's probably why you're in this space, because you see a lot of yourself in me. See, just 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 like you got better and not bitter. That's what I'm sitting here doing too. You know, the spirit said you overcame a lot. I did too. See how we compliment one another. You like your piece? I like my piece too. Any, anything, anything, you know, that trying to anything that try to penetrate it is a cost too high to pay. Cause if you got your piece, you know it took a lot to get there. You know what you had to go through within your mind, and within your heart, you know, to bring to bring to bring peace into your habitat. I'll say it like that. You know, you had to have courage to walk away from people who were supposed to be a part of your life, because that's what it takes. It takes courage to walk away from people who were supposed to be a part of the rest of your life. But sometimes the parts don't play out like that. You are the example that regardless of what life throws your way, you can still stand. Because I am too. See how we just mirrors and reflections of one another? See? You the evidence that you can stay true to yourself. See why I'm able to sit here and speak to us like this here? See? Peace too expensive for the cost of people pleasing. Peace is too expensive for the cost of people pleasing. I said all that to say, celebrate yourself. So celebrate yourself. And if someone come along this video that stayed to this point and and can't resonate with the things that I said, that's okay. Go do the work. Go do the work. And everything I say will resonate with you. Because you got to go through life to get through life. You know? All sides of it. You hear me? You know? Yeah. Observing ourselves under pressure requires attention, requires patience. Yeah. A wise soul will become its own truth. I gave us that moment of silence for a reason, because things get loud in the silence. And even though it wasn't but for a few seconds, I know it probably felt like a brief eternity, for, because I ain't gonna cap, it even did to me. I almost didn't come back to the video. You heard? But a wise soul will become his own truth and rise above that what our experiences serve as opportunities for. Because we all going through something, you know. It's crazy how I be feeling collective shit. And I was just having a conversation. You know, I've been having a conversation concerning that for probably for about 2 weeks now, even before I got the news, you know, that I shared in the previous video, you know. But and we all do. That's the thing. You know that we all do. We all do. We all got gifts. We all got talents. We all got abilities. You know, we all do. Tap in. It's time to tap in. It's time to tap in before we tap out. You hear me? Because we can't run from ourselves. You heard? Um, we still doing ancestor business. You know, rest in power all month, all next month. You know, um, we celebrating, we celebrating the living. You hear me? Because we don't die. You know, we just transfer planes of existence. So we celebrate life for those who have left from this side of living. You hear me? You know, and we gonna keep upgrading, releasing, you know, and realizing, you know, and repeat as needed. You heard? If you haven't by now, you know what to do. You heard? Hit that like button, share the video, drop a question, leave a comment. Thank you to everybody who came through in the previous video and uh, expressed condolences uh, in my situation, in my personal situation. I do appreciate it. Um, I did respond to some of you. I don't know if I got any more since the last time I looked, but I appreciate that very much. I appreciate the sentiments. It means a lot. And the only way y'all gonna know that, and if I let y'all know that, I appreciate it. You know, um, yeah. For courtesy's sake, I appreciate that. You heard. And till we do it again, I'm known as Sawu. Be you how you be you. Peace and love, family.